Hi, 1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to show you how to set up the Ring Alarm Pro. This was launched in the end of 2021 and is currently the most advanced Ring alarm system as of 2022. What makes the Ring Alarm Pro different from other Ring alarm systems is that it has a built-in Eero Wi-Fi router, which is a mesh networking capable router. So not only can you connect your Ring devices to this, but you can also connect to it just like a normal Wi-Fi router and use it for internet access. On top of that, it does have a cellular chip in it. So let's say your internet service goes down for a period of time, you can still connect to this and use the cellular service to connect to the internet if you wanted to. So let's get started getting this set up. The first thing you need to do to set up your Ring Alarm Pro is make sure that you've got the Ring app and you set up and created an account. So we've already done that. The Ring app is available both on iOS and Android. Once you're in the app, just go to the home screen and you're going to click in the upper left-hand corner. Once you're here, you've got a couple different options. We're going to click on Set up a device about midway down the page. Now we've got other options here and we're just going to choose the security system right here because that's what we're setting up. Now we've got two options here. We've got the Ring Alarm Pro with Eero and the Ring Alarm. So we're going to select the top option, Ring Alarm Pro with Eero. Here it says, where would you like to set up your Ring Alarm Pro? Go ahead and choose the location. If you don't have one in there, enter it, or you can create a new location. We're going to leave the location that we've got in there and click continue. It says, welcome to Ring Alarm Pro. Let's add your Alarm Pro to your Ring account. Set up your Eero Wi-Fi network and customize your security settings. First, plug your Ring Alarm Pro into an outlet. So one thing to remember when setting up the Ring Alarm Pro is that it does have that built-in Eero Wi-Fi router. So if you want to utilize that Wi-Fi router capacity, you need to set it up next to your existing internet modem or cable modem and plug it in with the provided Ethernet cord. We are going to set this up as a Ring alarm and also set up the Wi-Fi network with the built-in Eero on this Ring Alarm Pro so that we can utilize the maximum functionality. However, you don't need to have the Wi-Fi router connected, the Eero router connected inside the Ring Alarm Pro if you don't want it, but you can. It is an option. The alarm will set up just fine without that Wi-Fi router setup. Another thing that you should know about the Ring Alarm Pro is that it does have that built-in cellular chip. So if you've got it connected to your Wi-Fi router and you've got professional monitoring and you're paying for the cellular service, if your internet goes down, the cellular backup chip is going to allow you to maintain internet service in your home, and it will be broadcast throughout that Eero network that you can connect to with your normal Wi-Fi devices. So it is a nice additional functionality in the Ring Alarm Pro. So let's get this set up. So we're going to move over to our cable modem and we're going to plug this in to power it up, as well as we're going to plug it into the back of the cable modem as well. We've got our Ring Alarm Pro and we're just going to power it up by plugging in the provided power adapter right there into this hole at the bottom. Now there's two other holes here that are important, and that's for our Ethernet cable. We're going to plug our Ethernet cable into the back of the Ring Pro and into our cable modem provided from our utility company or cable service provider, or you might have your own, but you're going to plug in that Ethernet cord so it has a direct connection into your cable modem, not your router. So this is another Wi-Fi router we have, but your modem should look something like this. Maybe it's a different brand, but ours says power and online, so we're good to go there. So let's put the power cords in and then let's plug in that Ethernet cord. We've got the Ring Pro alarmed, plugged in both with the Ethernet cable and the power cable, so we're going to go back to the phone to finish the setup. We plugged everything in, so we're going to click continue here. It says wait until the base station is ready to continue. When you see the spinning blue LED ring on top of the Alarm Pro, you can tap the button below. This can take up to 1 minute. You can see we've got the spinning ring, so we're ready to press continue. We'll press continue. We're searching for your Ring Alarm Pro base station. Ring Alarm Pro is better together. Connect the Ring products and features you love to keep everything online, even when the power and internet go out. With Ring Alarm Pro, you get physical and digital security with multiple layers of power and connectivity backup, all in a single system. We're going to click continue. Ring plus Eero, the perfect partnership. We've chosen Eero's best-in-class Wi-Fi mesh technology to get reliable internet connectivity and digital security. We'll guide you through the Eero app. Let's click next. Security, flexibility, control. And it just says we can connect to all kinds of devices. We're going to click next there. And it says if power or internet goes out, the Alarm Pro has you covered. Multiple battery backup and cellular internet options can keep you and your system online. So that's that backup internet option that I was talking about, which is a really nice feature, especially if you're in an area that could lose internet connectivity. And what's nice about it is, let's say you got a remote cabin or remote property, that even if that power goes out, your Ring alarm is still going to work because you've got the cellular and battery connectivity, but you're also going to have internet if you needed it through the Eero on the Ring Alarm Pro and that built-in router. It says, did you know that the Ring Alarm Pro can do so much more? Right now it's configuring. I didn't know, but I'm not going to watch a video for right now, so we're just going to let this be completed. Now we're going to click continue. We're connecting to your new Ring Alarm Pro. And it says your free 30-day trial of Ring Protect starts now, so we're going to accept that and click continue. It says, how do you want to connect to the internet? I have internet at this location. It says set up your Eero Wi-Fi using the existing internet, or I need internet service. So here I've got internet already. I've got an existing router, but you don't need to have it. So if you don't have internet service, you could use the backup internet to connect this device and get it all connected to the internet. But I think most people are going to have internet at their location, so we're going to go through with this top option here, and it says let's connect your existing internet and set up a Wi-Fi network with Eero. So we're going to click set up Eero network. Now I had an existing Eero router that I've been using for a long time, and it says, do you want to replace your existing gateway with your new Ring device or create a new Wi-Fi network? So we're going to create a new network entirely here and then get this all set up. It says get ready to start setting up your Eero network. You need to have your Eero device, Ethernet cord, power cord, modem. We've got all that, so we're going to click start setup. It says unplug your old modem and router from power. Okay, those are all done. And we're going to continue and then connect your gateway Eero device to your modem using the Ethernet cable that came in the box. We're going to click yes, and then we're going to click yes. We've already got everything connected. We're going to allow for the location, but we've already got everything connected to our modem already. So we've got our modem connected with our Ethernet cable, and we've got the Ring Alarm Pro powered up. So we should be all good to go to get this set up and connected as a Wi-Fi network device. So that's why I just clicked through those couple options there. It says found a Ring Alarm Pro, and it says where is this location? We're just going to give this custom location, and we're going to call this office. Actually, we're going to call this office test. Now we need to create a Wi-Fi name and Wi-Fi password, so I can't show you that on camera, so I'm going to do that right now. Once we entered a Wi-Fi network name and a password, it's going to start setting up the network. It says your Eero network is now up and running. We're just going to click through that. And we could add another Eero device, but we're all done, so we're going to click Finish Setup. It says, let's get your network up to speed. So here we can get the latest software. We're just going to click Install Now to get that updated, and then we'll go from there. Click Got It. So here it says frustration-free setup is here. So here what you can do is your Wi-Fi and Thread credentials will be stored on Amazon. So when you get other Amazon or Eero devices, they're going to connect to Amazon and everything kind of in this setup really easily. We're just going to skip that for now because we don't need it. And then we're going to click down here. It says complete your Ring Alarm Pro setup. We're going to continue in Ring down there and go back to the Ring app. Now here it says, let's finish setting up your Ring Alarm Pro. You have to click Set Up Eero in order to go to the next step. It's a little quirk in the app, but basically all you're going to do is click that and then X out of what you've got here. So click that X in the upper left-hand corner, and then we're going to click in the lower right-hand corner on the back button to get us back to the Ring menu screen, and then you'll see another tab has appeared to set up devices. So now that we've clicked back, you can see we've got the other option to add security devices. So I'm going to click on that because I've got some devices here and I can add them to the alarm now. To connect the Ring Alarm contact sensor to the Ring Alarm Pro base station, all you need to do is find the number that's listed on the inside edge right here of this contact sensor. So you can just slide this piece out of the way, and then there's a little number on here, and it's going to match up to one of these. And then it says pull the tab on the back of the sensor. So I'm going to make the selection for the number that I know this one is. I'm going to click it right there, and then it says contact sensor isn't connecting. I'm just going to pull. There's a little tab on the back here. You can probably see it, it's that clear tab. I'm going to pull that out, and that's going to allow this to start connecting. So let's pull that out, and that does activate the battery there, and I'm going to click got it here. So now it's adding the device, it's configuring the device, and that's getting set up. Here it says device is added. Tap here to set up. So before you pull the tab, go in here and click on your device. You want to do that before you go in and start setting up. And what that does is it just activates the programming in the app for whatever reason, and then you're going to pull that tab out. So you go to the device you're going to set up once you match up the number, and then you pull that device tab out, and then it's going to allow you to set it up. So I'm going to click right here now, and it says, let's set up your contact sensor. We're just going to click continue. It says, where will this sensor be used? Main door, secondary door, or a window? I'm going to use this on a secondary door. And the difference between a main door and a secondary door is that it will automatically trigger the siren immediately if you choose it as a secondary door. For the main door, it's going to have an entry and exit delay so that you can get to your keypad and turn that on and off in, let's say, 30 seconds or so, so that you're going to be able to get there before the alarm goes off. But I'm not going to have a keypad there, so I'm going to put this on like a back door. I'm going to choose secondary door. Now you can adjust the settings at any time for any of these sensors, so it's not super important if you want to change it in the future. We're just going to call this one custom, and we're going to call it dining room. Now we can give it a name. It just calls it contact sensor. We're going to click contact. It says if you're installing this contact sensor on a door, choose a side without hinges. So you don't want to put this on the hinge side of the door. We're going to go down to the door here in a minute, and we're going to peel and stick this device to a door that we're going to connect it to. So this is the door that we're going to install it on, and we're just going to click continue. It says make sure the door is clean. And then it says check the contact sensor has the right amount of space. So the sensor and the magnet can be no further than 1 inch apart. And you'll also need ½ inch of space around the contact sensor so we can change the batteries. So we've got that, so we're going to click continue here. And then it says mount the contact sensor to the door. Peel off the tape and stick the magnet to the door. We're going to click continue here. And then we can test it. So before we test it, we've got to get it stuck up there. So if you can see on the back here, you've got a peel and stick for the adhesive. So we're just going to pull off that piece of the adhesive there, and then we're ready to stick this in place. I lined it up, and then I recommend putting pressure on this for about 30 seconds. Now we've got our other piece of the sensor here, and we need to do the same thing. So we're going to remove the peel and stick adhesive right here. And then we're going to put that in place with the other side of the sensor. Line them up, and we're going to get them so they're less than 1 inch apart. So it looks like we're good there. And we're going to press down and hold. Now we're going to open and close the door and make sure that it works. Yep, it said door opened. And we try it again. And you can see on the app, it says door opened right there, and we're gonna close it. So we are all set. That is working correctly, and we're gonna click done. Our contact sensor is ready to use, and now we can go set up another device. So we're gonna try and set up the motion sensor next. Now we're gonna set up the motion sensor. So we wanna make sure that this number on the motion sensor in the app matches the number on the motion sensor, and it does. And all we need to do now is just pull this tab right here on the motion sensor so that the batteries will be activated. And then it's going to say preparing to add device. You can see it, the symbol moving right here, adding device. And then once it's added, we can go in there and make some adjustments and configure it. So the motion sensor is set up. We're going to click here to add it. It says motion detector isn't connecting. It did connect. It says it's added here. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes for it to register in the app. So we're going to leave it as it is right now, and then we'll adjust those settings a little bit more. But if you want to trick it into kind of connecting a little bit better, you can click right here, and that's just kind of like a refresh button. So click right there, that light will pop up, and then it kind of just refreshes the status there. It also tells you if motion is detected. The last one we got is the Ring keypad. It says plug in the keypad. So this is actually a rechargeable battery inside here, but you need to charge up so that you can get it set up initially. So we're gonna plug in the keypad, and then we're gonna get that set up. Once the keypad is plugged in, you can see that light's blinking, and then it automatically starts configuring itself on the app. Let's click here on the keypad, and it says that same keypad isn't connecting. It is connected, but we're good to go. So now we've connected a contact sensor, a keypad sensor, and the motion sensor. The last thing that we've got left is this Z-Wave extender. And all that's going to do is if you've got a large area that you're trying to cover, the range extender is going to help the system out and make sure that you get full coverage throughout your house. So we've got the range extender here, and all we need to do to get this set up is plug this into an outlet, and then that's going to automatically connect as well. All right, you can see that the Ring Z-Wave extender is set up. So we're going to click there. It's got that same error message. So we're just going to skip device setup for now. Now that we've set up one of each device, we're just back at the setup home screen. If we wanted to add more devices, we could click in there, or we can click enroll in professional monitoring. So you've got the option to enroll in professional monitoring or self-monitoring. What professional monitoring is when your alarm is triggered and it goes off, it's going to send the signal to a call center, and then they're going to call to check on you to make sure if everything's okay. And if you don't respond that everything's okay, or you say things are going bad, then they're going to dispatch first responders to your house to see what is going on. So when you click on professional monitoring, you will pay a fee for that eventually. They give you a free trial service, but you can self-monitor where it's just going to alert you on your phone. The alarm's going to go off in your house, and you don't have to pay for any kind of monthly service cost for that. When your security system is connected to professional monitoring, if the alarm goes off and you don't respond, when they call you, they're going to dispatch first responders because they don't know what is going on, so they're going to send people. With the self-monitoring, you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to be responsible for then picking up the phone and calling 911 if you've got an issue. So let's click on enroll in professional monitoring so you can see what this is. I'm going to click agree. You've got the option for a job site zoned residential. That's nice that you can do a construction site. If you've got something under construction, you can install it in a business as well. We're going to click continue here, and then let's get you signed up. Here it says if you sign up for the professional monitoring, you will get cellular backup if your internet goes down, video storage for 60 days with your other Ring cameras, and you'll get discounts and warranties. So if you want to click, you click continue here, and then you can choose your address, and then we're just going to click skip for now. And it says, are you sure you don't want professional monitoring? I don't want that for the time being. I'm just going to click out of this. You can always enroll in professional monitoring at another time. So I'm just going to click finish later here. And then it says alarm is self-monitored. I can change that action required. If you want to sign up for professional monitoring, they let you do it here. But I'm just going to continue with self-monitoring for now because that's going to be adequate. So we've got our different systems here. We've got our contact sensor. We've got our motion sensor. And let's just take a look at our devices here and make sure that they're all working. So we're going to click on devices now, and then we can see our base station there, and click on that, and you can see all of our different devices here. Those are connected. So it says some of these are waiting to connect to a network, and that's because we didn't set those up. Those were the other ones in the box, but you can see our motion sensors showing motion is detected because I'm sitting right in front of it. The contact sensor, the other ones that we've got set up, those are closed. So this is all set up now. And if I wanted to arm my security system, you've got home, away. And if I click home, what that's going to do, that is going to arm all the contact sensors. Because if you arm it and the motion sensor was armed, when you walk by it, then that's going to set off the alarm. Now, if I click away, that's going to alarm motion sensors and contact sensors. So we're just going to put it on away, and then it gives me 56 seconds for that to be armed. So that's giving you enough time to walk out of the house and arm it. I'm just going to put this back to disarmed right now, but you can probably hear the system turning on and off. Now, you've also got the keypad here where you can select a code that you want to enter for that. So let's say we want to set up our keypad. Let's go back to devices here and see what we've got here. And then we're going to click on our keypad. And if we want to go in here, we're going to finish our setup on this. And it says, let's set up your keypad, press continue. And then where you're going to place this, I'm going to put this one, let's just call it living room. And then give your keypad a name. We'll just leave it as that right there. And then it says install your keypad. On this device, you can just basically slide it onto the wall. Once it's charged up, there's a peel and stick mat that you can use that will allow you to peel and stick this to the wall and then remove it for charging whenever you need it. It's got a bracket on there. And we're going to click continue. Next, choose your access code. Access codes are used to arm and disarm the system. We're going to click continue. And then I'm just going to pick an access code. And then once you've picked an access code, you're all good to go. Now that we picked our access code, let's press continue. Your access code has been created, and then I'm just going to click continue again and click done. Now that we've got the keypad set up and connected with a code, if you want to arm or disarm the system, what you're going to do is push your code in, and then you're going to click which logo you want to use. So you've got your home logo up here if you want to arm it in home mode, and then you've got your away mode over there. So you click 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now it's going to be in away mode, and I've got 60 seconds to get out of here or turn this off. So I'm going to turn it off and just click the disarm mode there. And then you've got other buttons over here for if you want an emergency call to medical services, fire, or police. If you've got professional monitoring, you can press those buttons, and then it's going to have an alarm response to that. Now, something really important to note with the Ring system is we're going to go back, and then we're just going to click on the base station here. And you can make all kind of changes here. You can test the siren, all kinds of stuff that you can do inside of here and really tune it in how you want. Change the LEDs, the battery health, all that stuff. Look at the events. But we're going to go back even further, and we're going to go back again, and we're going to go back all the way to the main home screen on the Ring devices, what pops up when you open up the app. And you're going to go in here, and then we're going to click on settings. And this is probably the most important part for setting up this device and kind of getting some understanding on it. If you click modes right here, this has got your different options for disarmed, home, and away. Now, if you want to change that time for when you have an entry and exit delay, and you can go in here and change that from 60 seconds, you can change it to whatever you want, 0 seconds, all that stuff. So if you want your alarm to go off right away when someone, let's say, is trying to break in through a door, what you would do is you would have an entry delay of 0 seconds, and that's going to set the alarm off. But what that means is that you're not going to be able to open up your door to get to this alarm keypad, which is fine because you can arm and disarm the system. We're going to leave. You can arm and disarm the system right from the app. So if you want that extra peace of mind where your system is going to be secured and it's going to go off right away and there's no delay, you would then just go here and you can arm it or disarm it right from the app, but you're going to have to do that every time that you come in and out of your house. Or you can have this entry delay set to something, maybe you want to have it 10 seconds or 20 seconds or something. So when you go in here, modes, that is how you change your armed, disarmed, and home or away settings, or disarmed, home, and away. So I can go in here, home. You've got an entry delay here with this as well. And you can also choose which sensors are going to be monitored in home mode. So you can have your contact sensors, and you could even have your motion sensor armed in home mode. But if you've got it in home mode, like you're sleeping, and then you were to walk past that motion sensor at night while you're going to the bathroom or something, and you've got it in home mode and armed, then what's going to happen is it's going to trigger the alarm. So you kind of got to work through how you're going to set this all up and the different devices. I like to have an entry delay of 0 so that if someone's trying to break in, that the door is immediately going to alarm. But you can change that from 0 to 10 seconds to 60 seconds, whatever you're comfortable with. Or maybe your entry delay is for like a garage door or something that you'd have to go through another door to get to your house. So maybe you don't mind having an entry delay. But that is important to note. You go in here and change that. We're going to have another video that goes in depth how to use your Ring Alarm Pro. Today, we're just trying to show you how to get it set up. So we showed you how to set up a keypad. We show you how to set up the motion sensor, which is now connected. And we showed you how to set up a contact sensor and the base station. So thank you for watching this video on how to set up your Ring Alarm Pro. If you like this video, please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, or click any links below. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.